I'm Wes Anderson, formerly known as Rockwell Anderson.
And I'm Mel, formerly known as Mischievous Mel. And for over a decade, Wes and I traveled 22 states and 2 foreign countries, covering over 1,300 bands. And out of those 1,300 bands, we interviewed over 400 of them.
Our traveling rock and roll life came to an end in late 2019, when Mel and I both became born-again Christians. We changed again dramatically in January 2020, when I was diagnosed with a deadly and currently without a cure cancer called adenoid cystic carcinoma.
Because only God knows when our last day is going to be, Wes and I decided to make every day a new adventure. And that's how the Adventures of Wes and Mel was born. But our travels aren't just about us. How boring would that be? So we are coming to a locality near you, and we want to know what makes your town so special. Where are we going to eat? What are we going to see? What is it that only the locals know? Show us the secrets, all of that. And not only that, we want to make you part of our adventures.
So contact or just follow us at the Adventures of Wes and Mel on any of these platforms, and we hope to see you on our next event.
Welcome to Kava Kava. We're the first Kava bar in Iowa. We're located in Dubuque, Iowa, on the mighty Mississippi. I am Brett Halen, the owner of Kava Kava. I picked Dubuque, Iowa because I'm a native here, born and raised. I first discovered Kava when I was on a vacation down to Florida, around Tampa area. I went to my first Kava bar, and I recently quit drinking at the time, so I just really loved the atmosphere. I didn't really think much of the dirt water that I was drinking, besides that it numbed my tongue. It was gritty, kind of tasted like dirt, but I really liked that everybody's very friendly. There was no intoxicated people. There was none of the negative stuff there, just all the positive things. And then as I dug a little deeper and learned more about the products, I found out all the benefits that it housed for me, and decided when I looked at Dubuque, Iowa, there's nothing like this in the area, and I felt like we had a really big void to fill in that, because anywhere you go in town, there was alcohol present. There wasn't really a sober social atmosphere where you could hang out with people and not have any of the outside influences there. So here at Kava Kava, I have 3 different areas of the bar. The first area of the bar is the main bar, where you're going to see a bar, but that's the only place where we play music. There's another section over here off to my right that is kind of set up like a loungy area, almost like a living room, where I have free video games for the kids. People come down and watch sporting events, a little bit of everything there, but just a nice relaxing area, good place just to calm the mind and relax the body, kick back on the recliner, if you will. Then I have another room all the way down at the end. I call that one the hedge room. So I wanted to make a room that felt like you're outside year round and really bring some of that nature inside. With nature brings happiness, so what a great place to ground yourself. But so I made a room that feels like you're sitting in the middle of a hedge, but you're inside on some comfy couches and enjoying it. Here's our simplified menu at Kava Kava. Right here is kava, and that's designated on your menu as a root. So kava is a root in the pepper family that has been known to calm the mind and body, specifically targeting anxiety, depression, and pain. The calming of anxiety is what an amazing thing. Secondly, on our menu, we have 3 different leaves here, which are all from the same plant family. These are our botanical teas. The first one has been known to help relieve pain, help you relax, and promote good sleep. Then I have a green one that's been known to peel back layers of social anxiety and give you energy to be social, but also takes pain away at the same time. And then I have a white one that's mostly energy with a mild pain reduction. When we talk about energy, most people can only think of energy as a caffeine. It's kind of an anxiety, jittery energy that you get from it. And these botanical teas, really clean energy. You just feel more energized and focused to complete tasks. So Kava Kava is located at 3457 Jackson Street right here in Dubuque, Iowa. If you're new to town, we are our far north end of Jackson Street, about as far as you can go. You won't miss us. We're very brightly colored, as an island home would be, which fits our vibe here at Kava Kava. I would say if you're looking for any good places to go, there's some unique ones in town. There's a cool place called Millennium Marina that's over in East Dubuque, Illinois, which is just across the mighty Mississippi. They have a lot of cool Airbnbs. They built their own like floating houses. They got retro ones, and it's just such a cool thing to have. They also have a phenomenal restaurant there also. They were foodies and travelers, so in their traveling of foodie, came up with so many different fun and unique things to have all in one restaurant. Also, I would say that would be your place to stay and eat. You could do both there. There's a couple good restaurants in town that have some pretty fine dining. You have Raisin, El May, Woodfire, and Pepper Sprout. They're all very, very good. And they source a lot of local food there. Another very unique spot to check out would be Convivium Urban Farmstead. They're located on the 2800 block of Jackson, darn near neighbors of us. They have so many unique things to check out. They have great coffee, good food, a lot of made from scratch things. They offer so many different things for an urban farmstead. They're also a local nonprofit. Check them out.
My name is Leslie Shalaby. I'm the owner and co-founder of Convivium Urban Farmstead. We're located here in the north end of Dubuque. We are a nonprofit whose mission is to improve life through food. So we do that by creating connections to ourselves, our community, and our environment by taking 3 areas of the food cycle, so growing food, preparing food, and enjoying food. And we have classes, demonstrations, and experiences that we do in all of those areas. So an example of a demonstration might be some of our gardens that we have throughout the neighborhood. So we're in a dense urban area here, and all of our growing area is in our neighbors' backyards. So they've donated space to us. We have about 13,000 square feet of garden space and produce between 3,000 and 4,000 pounds of vegetables each year. Part of that growing, we demonstrate different techniques for growing vegetables in a small space. So if we walk out in front, we're going to see lots of different trellising techniques. We do straw bale gardening. We've done potato towers, which are potatoes grown in a wire cylinder. We also do lots of raised bed gardens just to show what that can look like. We try to make them as beautiful as possible. In classes, we teach all kinds of different food and gardening classes here. Everything from how to plant seeds to composting. We have a bee keeping class that we teach here. We also have bees on the premises. And then on the cooking side, we'll do things like a scones class or a sheet pan dinner class. And then on the nonprofit side, the types of classes that we teach are to low-income or health-at-risk groups of people. We teach a particular class called Good and Cheap. It's based on a cookbook by the same name. And the tagline of that cookbook is Good and Cheap, Feeding Yourself on $4 a Day. It was written by a woman named Leanne Brown, who wrote this as her PhD thesis. The idea behind it was feeding yourself on $4 a day. That's the amount of food stamps benefit, or SNAP as they call it now. That's the amount that you would get in terms of funds per day. So you'd be able to feed yourself using that. So we use that as a basis for our class. We teach healthy cooking techniques. We teach people what to do with fresh vegetables. We expand, and we also teach them how to shop in a grocery store, how to stretch a budget, make a food plan, that sort of thing. So So we work with other nonprofits in town who help recruit and feed us students through that. And that's one of the other classes that we teach here. So early in 2020, when COVID hit, is right around the time when we start our seeds for the garden. And, we were faced with not knowing what was going on like everybody else, but we thought, of course, like many others, that this is going to blow over in a few months. So we proceeded as normal with all of our garden plans, which means starting the seeds, getting them up and big enough to be put outside, planting them in the gardens and that sort of thing. And we just kept hoping that things were going to turn around. Well, we got to August, September when all of our produce is coming in, and we're like, okay, restaurant's still not open. We got 4,000 pounds of vegetables, and what do we do, So it was around the time also that food insecurity was really becoming prevalent. I think it was always there. It was just, we were much more aware of it as a general population of the problems that people were having getting food, and not only food, but healthy food. So we thought, okay, well, people are having trouble, we're having this problem, what can we do? We applied for a small grant from the city of Dubuque. It was a nonprofit relief grant. Got some money to buy all of the rest of ingredients and equipment that we needed to transform those vegetables into healthy casseroles. So we started doing that. We started at making 100 a week that we gave away to our neighbors. We just posted it online, said, hey, come and get a free casserole. If you need food, we'll give it to you. And that went over so well that that program is continuing today. We've evolved quite a bit. We're actually producing 250 casseroles each week. We have a delivery option or opportunity to have it delivered. And these casseroles are free to people who need them. We don't have any income requirements. One of our core values here is hospitality and generosity. And so we try to approach giving these casseroles away with that intent, with the idea that these really are for people in need. So if you deem yourself in need, then we're happy to give you a casserole. So we are located on Jackson Street in the north end of Dubuque. We're in the 2800 block of Jackson Street. Our address is 2811 Jackson, and we have been open to the public since March of 2017. We actually bought these properties in March of 2013 and did all kinds of remodeling. When we bought them, they were in complete disrepair. If you want to follow along on our journey, there's two places that you can find us online. We are frequent posters on both Facebook and Instagram. And so that's Convivium Urban Farmstead on Facebook and Convivium_urban_farmstead on Instagram.
A couple things you might want to check out in town, or things to do, I should say. You're probably going to want to be on the river. Being a river town, you would love to be out there to check that out and get that experience of what that has to offer. There is a boat called the American Lady that does multiple cruises a day. Check that one out. That's going to be the easiest way to get out on the water. Also, check out the Mines of Spain. There's some historical sites there, but great hiking and many trails to take an adventure with the family there. Here at Kava Kava, we're open from 11 a.m. till midnight. Midnight's a loose term. We'll stay open as late as people want to hang out. Typically around 2 a.m. we get out of here. We are friendly for all ages, kids, families, all walks of life. We just have a very accepting, friendly community here, non-judgmental at all. Once you come here and continue to come here, everybody just becomes our friend.